Hello everybody and welcome back to Time to Cook, the cook-along show where we help you try out a new delicious dish every week. And this week we are in Tina's kitchen. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming.
Oh, my pleasure. Always good to go and get cooked lunch by somebody else. So I did mention I've just had this week off and I was going to work on tweaking the format slightly. And that is what I've been doing. I've come up with a new format that's going to start next week, where instead of going to people who teach me some of their favourite dishes, I have a little select group of cooks, most of whom you've already seen on the channel, and I'm going to be visiting them on rotation, teaching them a new dish every week, so instructing them from behind the camera really. And one of the many benefits of this new approach is that I can cast my net a little bit wider in terms of collecting recipes and ask everyone, all friends and family and Time to Cook fans around the world, what your favourite dishes are to eat. Please send me your favourite recipes if you think they'd be good to share. And I'm going to be trying out lots of new dishes, picking my favourites, and they will feature on the channel if I really love them. But back to this week. Tina is kind of my last cook of this format for the time being because we've been wanting to do this for a while, but we haven't been able to find the time. I've really wanted to get Tina on the show because she's a great cook and she's German, and it's taken us about 20 weeks, is it, to get a German on the show? So yes, finally we managed to find a date. So this had to happen before we moved on to the next format. So thank you again.
Yes.
Looking around, it looks like an interesting mixture of very classic German ingredients and then quite unexpected ingredients. So what have you chosen to cook for us this week?
I chose to cook something called Grünkern-Frikadellen.
Grünkern-Frikadellen.
We had earlier on, we figured out how to call them in English.
Yes, so Grünkern
doesn't really have a translation.
No, which is helpful.
It's very helpful and difficult to come by, I guess. So it's spelt, harvested earlier, so it's a bit more green and bite. And then it's coarsely ground.
Yeah, so it's ground up young spelt, basically. Yes.
Which is they just harvested in the south of Germany. This is southern
German.
German.
It's a southern
so
German
I'm southern
dish.
German, so this
Excellent.
is you also can get it in a whole, but don't do it for this dish. You
need the ground up stuff. So if you're in Berlin or in Germany, then organic stores are probably the place to get it.
Definitely.
If you are elsewhere, we're going to do a little bit of research, and I'll find a potential substitute, and I'll put that in the video description for you, so you know. Yeah. So that's the base of the dish, is it?
Yes, it's going to be a patty, like a frikadelle. It's like a patty.
Yeah.
And it's a dish from the 1990s for the first wave of vegetarians in Germany.
Amazing.
And it is entirely forgotten that a dish. So it's from the late 90s when I started to become a vegetarian. Okay. And this is like something they would cook for you with a bread crust in Bavaria, especially they schnitzel it. There's a lot of cheese in it. And because I cook a lot of Arabic stuff, so I try to make like a fusion cooking.
A fusion dish,
yes,
nice. So we're getting a kind of historical German vegetarian dish mixed with some Arabic fusion flavors, a little bit.
I didn't use it as much because we had chickpeas in the other
recipe. Johnny, you messed up Tina's dish completely. No.
And then otherwise, because this is when you're cooking this, keep in mind something like a falafel, because this is very in the end it will be very close. Of course, if you put a lot of cheese, it's different. Yeah. But
quite close in texture to a falafel.
Yes, you try to not too soft, not too dry.
Yeah.
So this is actually a bit of a challenge because it's like a very it's a bit of a difficult grain to work with because it's not been bred to be like a risotto or something. Right. So this is very wild. Actually.
Well, then it's very good that you're going to be showing us exactly what to do.
Yes, you're already protected now because
So you've
follow
got the
my steps closely.
You've got the patties, and then some side dishes. It looks like we've got. What are they going to be?
They're going to be Swiss chard with like
Swiss chard, is it?
Yes. So it also comes in different colors we were talking about earlier. So there's
rainbow chard.
Well. So this is the same plant. Rainbow chard is more pretty, of course. You can use it. So and then we have it with pine nuts and like buttered ones. And then as a sauce we'll have like a mixture of Tine or tahini with lemon juice and yogurt. I choose yogurt because it's a bit also easier to get than labane. If you can get labane, go for labane.
Okay,
wonderful. If you get the yogurt, you can use it because we also, like as a second side dish, we make a bit of salad because this usually comes with a salad. We make a cucumber salad.
A classic German cucumber salad.
So this is the German thing about it. We have a lot of dill, and for the Grünkern-Frikadelle, because you would do cheese, so something to bind it. I put beans. These beans are the...
Yeah, I don't know these beans.
This is the Feuerbohnen, it's called in Austria, and Feuerbohnen in German, or it's called bunte Riesenbohnen.
They've got many names.
They got many names, I think, because they grew them everywhere.
Yeah, everyone had their own name for it.
And then the Austrian name translates to beetle bean, which is...
Beetle bean, I like that.
And they're quite big.
Yeah.
Maybe they have big beetles in Austria.
That would be a terrifying beetle to come across.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what else they
So roughly what are the quantities that people are going to need here?
Thanks for reminding. So this is like 250 grams.
250
this is
grams.
150 grams of the spelt.
And
then there's fresh thyme, a mini bit of tomato puree, and then like maybe a bayleaf if you like it.
Nice.
And a bit of mustard to your liking. We just talked about it earlier. You can choose the one you like or the one you have.
Where you're using Dijon, I think, yeah?
Yeah, so like I think it's a mild one. You can go for a very strong one too.
One.
Depends
what you like.
Then an onion, I would just use half.
Okay, half kind of medium onion.
Yeah.
And we got some stock, some broth here.
I don't know the difference really.
I think I use them interchangeably. Stock and broth.
I think, I don't know. Yeah, I think I googled it once. I think stock is with meat.
See, I'd call it vegetable stock as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But anyway, we have some veggie stock or broth there.
300 milliliters.
300 ml.
And an olive oil, raspberry vinegar, and this is like pumpkin oil from Austria.
Right.
Because this bean often is made into a salad which comes with raspberry vinegar and that oil.
This is very exciting. These are two things that I've kind of always wanted to try and haven't actually.
That's
like this steerish, I think we call it steerish still, pumpkin seed oil.
Yeah, this is nice.
And raspberry vinegar sounds delicious.
You can also maybe use other pumpkin oil, but like I said earlier, that one is a bit more mild. And
this is a traditional mix.
At least I often got it in that thing. So it's like, maybe it's not traditional, but it's established, I'd say. And if you get half a kilo, you can make a salad later. But you have to Google a bit, because like just this by itself, you have to maybe get like a herbal salad with it or something as well.
It needs a little bit more to lift
because and also you will have a lot of this left. So maybe we talk about a bit later what you can do with this.
We're going to add links to lots of other recipes for you to use.
You will have leftovers. And
leftovers are great though.
I tried so many things with this. It's challenging, but we'll manage to.
It's going to be your new favourite grain.
Yes,
okay,
totally.
That is our aim here.
Yes.
We do have, which is confusing me slightly, a bowl of raspberries.
Yes.
What's going to happen with this?
Oh, right. That's good that you keep track of what you're missing.
I just look and I say what I see.
Yeah, that's good. So the raspberries, because this is the typical mix for the salad. So we make this in kind of a dipping sauce for the Grünkern-Frikadelle, because this otherwise it's too earthy. It feels like it needs a bit of like something fresh
and sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or make a salad that is very, very strong. I think.
Okay. No, I'm excited about that. A raspberry sauce. I don't think I've ever made like a raspberry sauce for a savoury dish before. That sounds really nice.
I hope it will. I tried it and I hope you like it.
It's okay.
Yes.
Amazing. So equipment-wise, are we going to be using anything specialist or unusual to make it?
No, I try to avoid that. So
excellent.
we'll use a hand blinder.
Okay,
and
blender.
Blender, sorry. Yeah, sure.
We will blind you with our hands.
We're going to fight. And then and the mandolin, like a mandolin.
Yes, yeah, so those things that plain fruits and vegetables actually in one of my friend's videos I said you could use a mandolin, and then I realised it's the same word as that instrument, so he was very confused about what I was talking about, but yes.
Yeah, we will fight and then
we will play the mandolin, and we're actually not going to cook at all. It's going to be a very strange video. Okay, but you don't need the mandolin, obviously. You could just chop really finely. And the blender, is that absolutely essential, or could people get around it?
You maybe could mash it.
Mash
somehow.
it? Okay.
Actually, I think the ideal thing would be to have a mincer. But we're not going to.
We're going
do that.
even more specialist now.
But as I said, like, I mean, I'm vegetarian since 20 years.
Yeah.
Still have a mincer for this kind of stuff, but blender works. It works.
Okay, we'll pop in the video description as usual.
Yeah.
Everything that we use, all the exact quantities, and any substitutes as we're cooking. If we find out that something else could work well instead of the blender, we shall let you know. Anything else?
Yeah, about the substitute. So if you don't know to get raspberries, get raspberry jam with as little as possible sugar.
Okay.
And then it was like, if this doesn't really get into a sauce, either you add a bit more raspberries or you add xanthan. You quickly turn this over.
Yes, this is a bizarre thing that
you
we
can cut this off the video if it's
No, stay it in. It's so weird.
This is like a binder, like starch, but it's like produced by bacteria, so you use a mini bit. It sounds terrible, but it's like a fermentation process or something. So you add this and some molecular binder, so it doesn't taste of anything, but it makes everything clump
Clump together.
Yes.
So you need far less of it than you would basically cornstarch or something like that. So it doesn't really affect the taste at all.
You can try in a bit of orange juice or something. It's crazy. So
we're going to do some experiments with
it. So we do this
I'm quite excited about playing with that.
Just sell it.
Yeah, she's actually been commissioned by the Centre. Is that what it's called? She's got to sell a lot of this stuff. Incredible. Well, we are going to get playing with Santon and eventually cooking. You will have a few days as ever to source some pretty exciting ingredients, actually.
Yes.
And we'll see you in a few days for the cook along. That's all. See you then, guys. Bye.